What's up, guys? We're going to do a song breakdown for The Way That I Fiddle. Thinking of new ways to make long form content, and I figure breakdowns for some of my songs, especially the popular ones, might be of interest to y'all. So, in that trend, let me tell you how this song came to be. Listen, I was just starting in music. It was really like my second or third year as an independent artist. Like, I feel like I quit my job in 2019. 2020, I found this producer online, Instagram, and he was just like, yo, like, come make songs with me for this much money. And I was like, I need to be working with producers. I need to be learning how to produce. I need to be making music. Let's do it. I did a project I booked an EP with him, which is like a mini album, which is 3 songs. So went in the studio, didn't really know what we were going to do. But one of the first things he asked me was like, what are you listening to right now? What are you liking? And I was really liking Pop Smoke, man. I remember that was one of the things I was listening to at the time. R.I.P. Pop. If you don't know who Pop Smoke is, feel free to check him out. He's a drill artist who passed away, was murdered actually. But I really like the drill music. So he made this beat, and I told him I needed a club banger. That's one of the words I used. I needed a club banger. And we went and found the Tear the Club Up sample, Tear the Club Up, Tear the Club Up, and like reenacted that with some vocals. And then the flow of She Liked the Way That I Fiddle came to me pretty quick because Pop Smoke's song that I was really into at the time was called Dior, and those lyrics are She Liked the Way That I Dance. So it was definitely an interpolation of Pop Smoke that inspired that flow. And I remember saying that She Liked the Way That I Feel. And the producer was like, oh shit, like I like that. Like that. I was like, yeah, that's not weird or anything. He's like, no, I like that. Let's do something with that. So we had that flow, and I remember I added some like violin stuff at certain times and some plucks that made sense, and basically went home with just the instrumental and that flow idea. And then I remember sitting and writing over the next couple weeks, like writing to that song and kind of just building off the idea of She Liked the Way That I Fiddle and what that means. And I really, I guess, used some inspiration for some things I was going through in my life at the time. And that was basically just like girls that like hadn't looked at me before. Like, I noticed that when I played them my music or like showed them what I was doing, like they looked at me a little differently. And this was just kind of like a nod to that. And like, let's run it back. It was really just what I was experiencing in real time. I was just like, yeah, like this is working in a way that hasn't worked for me before. I don't know why you're tripping out right now. Hello? Okay, we'll just do it off Spotify. And yeah, I remember writing the lyrics out and knowing I wanted to make it very innuendo based. And I remember writing out just like legato and vibrato and and all these things. And I remember just like putting it all together, kind of just like word vomit. It came out in like one session of writing, really, and then like maybe a couple more fixing some things, but like one session of just like writing those things. I remember sitting back in my chair and just going like, I think I did something here. Like I really think I made something here. I really think I wrote something that is gonna resonate and like hit. And I looked up, has anyone else done anything like this? And I really couldn't find any other like writing like that. So I was hype on it, and then. Yeah, I remember making the song out more and like listening to it on my phone after the demo and everything. And I would just like, this song's gonna change my life. Like it's just like, I knew it. I was just like, it was hitting in such a way. I was like, yes, this is like the vision I see for my music. And I hadn't really done anything like that before. Like I was still trying to figure out my formula of like mixing rap with violin, and this was a really peak part of that. So yeah, the song came out, and it took like 4 or 5 years. I'm gonna say 5 years for that song to blow up. And it still, I don't think, has even blown up to the point I think it's going to blow up. But it took 4 or 5 years of marketing that song and building up my artist brand, and but it did change my life, and it is changing my life, and I'm very thankful for that. Very grateful. The way that I fiddle, man. And then the music video. I'll tell you about the music video another time. We'll do a music video breakdown. Anyways, hope you like the behind the scenes of this stuff. Just trying to think of more long form content I can give y'all. And I love you. Thanks for being here. Peace.